and then Jamie! Hello.
Hey.
Oh my god.
This is a weird.
You look super
setup.
short.
Only because last time we were in the car, I was in the driver's seat. Ooh, I'm not gonna be able to see this entire video, but that's okay.
You do look super short. Do you need a booster seat? I got blankets in the back.
No, I don't need a booster seat. Do I need a booster seat? The most disrespectful question you could ask as a short person. Fucking booster seat.
Hello.
Hey.
Welcome to.
I have to sneeze. Okay.
Welcome to our video. Today, we are going to be doing a recap of
the Sturniolo Triplets
surprise party tour. Yes, as you can clearly tell by the title, we went to their Denver show.
Yes, we talked about it in, was it the World Market video? It was my birthday video.
Oh yeah.
It was my birthday video. The very first video we posted on this channel.
That was a long time ago.
It was forever ago. Trips we were taking down to Denver, and I mentioned that I bought tickets to go.
We also have Qdoba again, which I'm pretty sure, if I'm not incorrect, that we had Qdoba for that video.
I think we did too. We just love Qdoba.
Yeah.
Sorry, not sorry.
Taking this off.
The surprise party tour was on April 21st.
Yes.
I paid for
whoops.
silver VIP tickets for me and Kenzie. What shirt are you wearing? Oh. We did park in like a dirt parking lot that I paid $18 to park in for like 4 hours. We were there for like 4 hours, 5 hours.
It was not a dirt parking lot. It was paved.
No,
it was
you're right.
Denver.
You're right.
We parked in a sketchy parking spot.
We did, which just so happened to be down the street from where their tour bus was parked in the back of the building.
Yes,
so,
it was literally less than a city block over.
So we got to walk past their tour bus entering, which was nice. We made a pit stop at the Taco Bell on the corner to use the bathroom and eat some food.
And the lady called us beautiful. She was
so nice.
She was so nice.
Loved her.
She was a character.
And then after we were done eating, I took a picture of the sold out sign because it was really cute and I needed a picture of it. Yeah. I was tripping the whole time about handing these fucking bracelets that I made out to people because I did not want to go up and ask if they wanted a bracelet because I knew that I was probably going to have to do it. In my head, I thought that I was going to have to do it 600 times. And then I have social anxiety and I didn't want to do that. So after I took a picture of the sign on the way back, there were people lined up.
And I was like, we should just give it to that person.
Yeah, so I literally only asked maybe 2 or 3 people if they wanted bracelets. And then it just like spiraled down the line until we got rid of most of them.
We got rid of every single Chris bracelet. We had like 5 Nick bracelets, which made me sad because everyone's a Nick girl. Everyone starts as a Nick girl. And then we had like 3 Matt bracelets. I
cannot believe the Chris ones went so fast. But then we got in line, they scanned our tickets, we went inside. We got early access for merch, which was nice, I guess. I actually do mean it was nice because the line when they let general admission in was disgusting.
So the way it was set up, it was a 2-story building. At the back, so if you walked in, it's like a straight line. You could have just walked straight to the merch. But they had you go up the stairs and then down the stairs. If we go from the merch, it was up the stairs that like zigzags across the whole top. Then you go down the stairs, and then it even went down the
set of stairs to the basement where the bathrooms were.
And then it was back up. It was insane.
Yes, the line was crazy.
Walking to the bathroom.
Walking downstairs to go to the bathroom.
It was hot.
Awful.
It was so hot. It was mostly teenagers. You know how teenagers are when it comes to a hallway and they're in the middle talking. Jamie and I were squeezing past groups of people that were just standing in the hallway, and I was like, babe, get out of the way. Yeah,
like we might as well have been rubbing up against strangers. Like it was crazy. But our seats weren't terrible. I will say though that the theater we were at was weird because they didn't have theater seats. We were seated in like comfy folding chairs and have literally this much knee space from the chair in front of us.
But like so there was no room at all. So if you, like a stranger was trying to get out, all of them had to get out.
Yes, because you cannot squeeze past that. You'd be kissing them.
There was one time I went before Jamie and she was on the other side of me. And the only reason that we didn't have to get all the way out and go back in is because Jamie and I know each other. So we were like rubbing up against each other.
Yes.
That was a weird sentence. But like, I wasn't going to do that to this poor girlfriend and her parents.
Yeah.
Because it was both of them.
So our seats weren't bad. The screaming in that building, you guys. We'll put videos and there will be a volume warning because the screaming is bad. But just know it's even worse in person. Kermit was at our show. Yes, Kermit was at our show.
And an Eminem.
Yes.
Fat beats, well that means take it back to fat beats with Maxi. So look at my rap sheet, what attracts people's my game show bitch. Like a fat G with a catchy jig, I stick to you, baby, got hacking chill. Film with a venom, eliminating, otherwise I'm meaning, I don't want to hurt him, but a David Federation, where you're getting a little bit of a fake, come and jump with the fucking myself, like a better rating, everything I said, rating, buddy, one with a pen, fair, but don't really want to get anyway, because I'm beginning to feel like a million, but till kill me, can we get a bit of girl, you're can't leave me out, me, or me, they, me, the team, and me, they're singing real stupid, baby, every minute, miss, pity, miss, better run with this, motherfucker, you better duck before you get losing. 100% is if you back to the point, you can jump a bit, we're gonna buy the bit, we'll kill the thing, like when I went to bed, water, I got a slow water, trade for money, I don't pay for not pay for. Man, stop, look what I'm planning.
After the show ended, we booked it to the back of the building. Oh, that's why I was thinking of the dirt lot, because where we were standing was dirt.
We were on the sidewalk. Behind the parking lot, and the security guards were like, "Get back behind the line." I'm like, "Bro, I'm on the sidewalk. Like, if I take a step back, I'm gonna be in the road."
Right. We ended up moving into the dirt lot,
which honestly was for better because we got directly in front of their door.
Yes. I got a video of them walking out, and after I took the video, I said, "Okay, Kenzie, let's go," because I knew it was going to be a shit show, and 900 more girls were going to show up out of nowhere. We walk across the street, and Kenzie's like, "Do you want to stay and watch them leave?" And I was like, "Well, yeah."
So we sat on the other side.
We sat at
there were benches.
I'm glad there was seating over there.
And then some guy was like, "Who is it?"
Some guy walks by. He goes, "Who's over there?" We go, "The Sturniolo Triplets." He goes, "I don't know."
We're like YouTubers.
Then why do you ask?
And also, since we're on the other side, at the front of the bus, we couldn't like really see into the bus, but we could see them moving around the front.
Yeah.
So we could see the bus driver coming in, getting ready to leave, and then we could see the triplets coming over and getting ready to leave.
That was really embarrassing.
Did you spill?
No, I just went like this because that's what I do when I have my glasses and they're sitting on my nose. I don't have my glasses on.
So we can see them like moving around, and we saw them getting ready to leave. So we are now like standing up because we're about to like wave hello to them.
Mind you, we're the only two Sturniolo Triplet fans who were in the same building as them, standing across the street.
Yes. There was one other person, but she was down. She was like at the end of the parking lot in line with the building. So when they were turning, they couldn't see her, but as they were turning, they're waving to everyone, and then we see them start like getting up and moving, so we're assuming they're gonna go back into the tour bus, which is fine because we actually didn't go over there and be like, "Hey, it's us."
Yeah.
But then they turn around.
Matt and Chris,
and then
front of the fucking bus.
Yes.
Turn around.
Yes, and then they start waving at us.
Wave directly at us.
And then we waved back, and it was super, super, super exciting. We were the only two people over there, so they waved purposely at just the two of us. After that, Jamie immediately, the second they stopped, she runs. She books it. There's a video of someone capturing us, not us purposely, but we're in the corner, and you can see us waving, and then you can see Jamie start taking off.
It was so funny.
Are they actually coming? Look. Hey. Look. Wait, I'm gagged. And then Jamie called her cousin. I called my mom.
Yes, we were freaking out.
It was like, that was so exciting.
While we were driving to Denver, we were talking about what we were going to do for dinner because it was going to be late. It was going to be late. We knew probably wasn't going to be anything open, so we just decided to stop at Buc-ee's.
We're leaving at like 10 o'clock or something like that, 10:15 maybe. And we lived like an hour and a half away, and Buc-ee's was on the way, so we were like, let's just stop at Buc-ee's.
So she maps us to Buc-ee's. We get to Buc-ee's, we go to the bathroom. Well, you tell the story about the girl in the bathroom because she didn't stop me, she was talking to you.
Okay, so I was actually talking about her to Jamie because she was all dressed up and she looked really nice, and I was like, Jamie, she looks like she was just at the same place as us. And then I'm looking at her and she's looking at me, and we're looking at each other, and I wave, and then she looks down at my jacket because I'm wearing the surprise party jacket, and she goes, "They're here." And I'm like, "What?" And she goes, "They're here." And my stupid dumbass goes, "In the parking lot?" My mind can't comprehend the fact that they're in the same building close enough to, see them, their eyeballs, their eyelashes, their fingernails. We take off.
We booked it out of this bathroom.
I'm pretty sure there was a little shove in and a little push in, and I was like, we need to chill the fuck out.
I remember Kenzie she squeezed the fuck out of my arm. We were so excited. We're standing outside the bathroom, scanning the building. We were wandering around, and Kenzie's like, well, I want to go look at this, and I want to go look at this. And I was like, Kenzie, we can't look at anything until we find them. Are you kidding? The girl and her mom walk out of the bathroom, and I was like, where did you guys see them? And her mom pointed over by the icy machines, and then the girl goes, they're right there. And I fucking whip my head around, and I see their little heads poking on the top of the beef jerky wall. They're looking at the fucking beef jerky wall. Did they buy any? No, they didn't, in case you were wondering. So I start walking over there, and Kenzie's like, wait, relax.
My thought process is like, they just finished the show. It's at this point, it's like 11:45. Like, it's like they're tired, they're on the road, like they just want to get food and get the fuck out. And so I was like, I don't want them to like turn around and then just see these two people hauling ass to get to them. So then Jamie goes to these fucking hockey pucks and is like, have you ever had one of these? I was like, no. And
yeah, we're like having a whole fake conversation.
I was having a real conversation. I was having a crisis because she handed me the peanut butter one.
Out of the corner of my eye, guys, are you buckled? Buckle your fucking seatbelt. Out of the corner of my eye, I see the Matthew Bernard Sturniolo walk past me. And guess what happens next? I make eye contact with the motherfucker. I look up and I go, I'm so sorry to bother you guys. Okay, wait. Before I even say that, I just want to say I made eye contact with him for 0.5 seconds. And I know people say when they meet like celebrities in real life that they look so much prettier in person.
They do.
They look just as pretty on screen than they do in person. Like there's really no difference. But anyways, I got nervous and I looked away. So I probably was looking at the sign behind him when I asked if we could take a picture, and he probably thinks I'm insane.
Just wait, it gets worse on my end at least.
So I'm like, I'm so sorry to bother you guys. I don't even know if I looked at Nick or Chris. Oh my god. Anyways.
She's like, can we get a picture?
Yeah, I was like, can we please take a picture?
And I'm like, oh yeah, of course.
So I hand Kenzie my phone because she's gonna take the picture, and then we're gonna swap.
We had a plan.
But then the security guard fucking pops up out of nowhere and is like, do you want me to take the picture for you? And I was like, oh my god, please.
And so I hand him Jamie's phone. And I was gonna go stand next to Jamie, and then my brain was like, why the fuck would I do that? Sorry, I love you, but like, this is what? And I look over, I like scan each of them, and then
Jamie! Kenzie,
look how close
look at how close you were to getting that in my drink. Okay, that was unintentional, but I am getting nervous again. Listening to you tell the story, I cannot believe. Like the adrenaline's pumping and I'm like shaking.
I know.
I'm sweating. Can I roll your window?
Yes. You're really gonna yell this story while the windows are down in public? In a public parking lot?
I am.
It's gonna be extra chilly because it's raining.
So sorry.
So I scan each and every one of them, and then I get to Nick. Nick is my favorite, by the way. I'm a Nick girl. If Nick and I ever met, we'd be instant besties. The only reason I'm saying that, and we have the same sense of humor. Everyone's a Nick girl. I look at Nick, and then because I was nervous and I don't like contact because it makes me nervous, I look down at his shirt.
Which had holes in it, by the way. Yes. I found that shirt. He paid a lot of money for that thing.
I made eye contact with his shirt because I was nervous, and I went, I'm gonna stand next to him.
You motherfucker.
Yeah, you. And so I go over. Jamie had the same experience, but I went to go put my arm around him and then went, wait.
Yes.
What?
Okay, so I thought, because during their meet and greet, you know, they put their arms around everybody and are all like buddy. Matt had a slushie in his hand, so I wasn't expecting him to shift the slushie into his other hand to put his arm around me. The first picture, which we'll insert, which is just the 3 triplets because I look god awful in that picture. But I have my arm on Matt's back. And then the second I realized that he's probably not going to be doing the same thing, I yanked my hand back because I was like, I need to keep my hands to myself. Yes. I should not be touching this man.
I did the exact same thing. I went to go put my arm around Nick and I shot it behind my hand. So I'm like leaning over because my hands are behind me and I have very terrible balance. So I'm also like way farther away from everyone else because I also didn't want to be in his space. Because personally, I don't like when people crowd me.
Yes.
And as someone who's well known and literally just got back from a tour, people are coming like to see you. You are gonna get noticed in public, and they did get noticed because a couple other people got pictures with them and everything.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to crowd his space. Also,
I just want to say, after seeing them in person with my own 2 fucking eyeballs,
they're so pretty.
They are pretty, but they're also short. I wasn't expecting them to be like basketball 6'7", like you're a giant.
No, but I'm pretty sure I was taller than them or the exact same size.
Yes, they are. They're tiny. They're tiny. I mean, I can't complain because I'm also tiny.
Can't say anything.
And I am shorter than Matt. So, height really doesn't matter to me in this instance. But they are short. Like, when I say that I could see the tops of their heads over the shelves, like, I literally mean the tops of their heads.
There's one picture where I look, actually all of the pictures, I look cracked out. My eyes are cross-eyed for one.
I don't know what you're talking about.
My eyes look cross-eyed. No one else does, but I see it. My eyes are cross-eyed. You guys won't know this. But when I smile, this eye closes a lot more. So, like, my eyes, like, one's open and the other one's closed. So I always look goofy in pictures. And I was like, don't look goofy in this picture. I was losing my fucking mind. Like, I was over-analyzing every single thing I was doing. I was like, am I breathing wrong? Should I stop breathing? What?
I don't even know if I was breathing.
Like, I am so grateful they took a picture for us because they totally didn't have to.
Yes.
They 100% didn't have to. And I'm really glad that they did. We also tried to get the fuck out of their space, let them go on with their lives. So the whole thing was really quick because we didn't want to, like, sit and talk with them for hours and have them hate us. So, like, they're taking pictures. The security guard's being amazing. He's taking a lot.
He hands us back the phone. Kenzie was like,
best birthday gift ever.
And the security guard wishes her a happy birthday. After he handed my phone back, I remember standing still. I stood in my spot. I probably shifted a little bit. I genuinely did not move from the spot that we had just taken pictures. And I, like, stood there. I was, like, appalled that we had just met these 3 grown men who argue in their car.
The one thing we wish we could redo is go back and take a little second because it was so quick and, like, we were so excited and our adrenaline was running. Jamie and I don't even know if we said thank you. Yes. I'm almost positive we said thank you before we took the picture. But we're the kind of people that go thank you before and after and in the middle and, like, 6 weeks later. Like, that's the kind of people we are.
Yeah.
So I know for a fact that we said thank you before we took the picture. But I don't know if we said one after, which is the most important thank you.
Right.
I screamed them at them down the way.
Also, what was really embarrassing was when we paid for our stuff and we walked out, we saw that their tour bus was parked next to Kenzie's car. So they
if they backed up and I backed up, we would have crashed.
Yes. So they showed up after we showed up. But I was on the phone with my sister, like, frantically telling her about what had just happened to us. And the security guard who took our picture was walking right next to us. And I look over, and he's, like, smiling and laughing. And I feel so embarrassed that he just heard me. I go, I promise I'm not crazy. I'm just excited.
Yeah, but we were talking to her sister, and we were so excited. I was like, oh my God, they parked right there.
Yeah.
Like, we are freaking out, and this guy's hearing the whole thing. And he probably went into the bus and, like, made jokes about us. And honestly,
I hope he did.
I hope he did. I hope he did. But yeah, so, like, that was our
experience at the surprise party tour. Best day of my life.
It was so
10
much
out of
fun.
10. Worth the money, worth the experience. Everybody was so nice, except the people who were yelling during the show.
Yeah, that's rude. That's not theater etiquette. I don't know. I feel like it's just basic human decency. I'm surrounded by stupid people. Like, it's just basic human decency to not yell in the middle of a fucking show.
Correct. Anyways, other than that, it was really good. Loved it.
So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and
we'll see you
in the next one.
Whenever we see you.
Yeah.
Bye. Bye.
TBOY BBNO $sign.
Hey guys,
we are currently driving to the airport.
We're going to Vegas. Yeah. We're on our way to Vegas. We booked a spontaneous trip to go see the Triplets again.
Yes.
At their show tonight
in Vegas.
In Vegas. Okay,
this is how we fucking got there.
After the Denver show, they were on their way to Montana. I was looking at tickets to go to Montana because they sold the least amount of tickets, and it was honestly going to be like a little get-together rather than like a huge big show. That truck is fucking massive.
Oh my God,
it keeps going. Girl, where are you going?
And you're reversing?
Don't hit my car.
What if he hits my car? I think he's just trying to park, but, like, he has to take up all 6 of these parking spots.
Is he just gonna stay there? He's still
no,
in the...
he has to get out of the road.
I started looking at Montana tickets. Unfortunately, we were not able to make it there and back before we had to go to work again on Wednesday because we had Monday, Tuesday off. It just was not possible. So I looked at the Las Vegas shows and the LA shows, which were the shows. It's the one singular show that were after Montana. Both of them were sold out on the website. I had been talking to Kenzie about this over text while we both were at work, and she texted me back and she's like, now you've got me excited.
Yes, because now I'm sad. My little itty bitty heart is broken because we can't go see them again. I guess he is just gonna park right there. Okay. I'm looking for tickets and I'm looking everywhere. I can't really find any. And then I go into my car in my break and I find some tickets off of
SeatGeek.
and I was like, well, Jamie, there's some available here.
While she's texting me all this information, I'm sitting on the bathroom floor in the dark because our fucking sensor light doesn't stay on. I look like a little gremlin. If someone walked in on me, they'd be really frightened. So I go take my break, I go sit in my car. We hop on a phone call because that's better communication. She's got a website secured where she can get the tickets. We're both looking over our flight options. So we ultimately settled on flying in Sunday. We land at 2:30. Seeing the show, and then flying out Sunday. Well, yeah, technically Monday. So our flight was at like 1 a.m. We're only going to be there for 8 hours.
Yes.
So, there's a biker.
Look at you in the fog. So it's going to be a long day. Right now it's 8:56.
We're going to hang out with my grandpa for a little bit. He's our mode of transportation. Thank you, Grandpa.
Oh my god, you can see my tan line.
We'll update you once we get to the airport.
Yeah. Guys, we're at the airport. It's a little awkward.
It's like one big room. Everybody's sitting at their terminal. We're up against the wall by the bathroom.
We were gonna go in the bathroom, family bathroom, but it's occupied, so we're just gonna be here.
I'm nervous for the plane ride. I hate flying on planes, guys. I really can't. I'm so
And
scared.
we aren't sitting next to each
And we
other.
don't get to sit next to each other. What am I gonna do? She'll be way behind me.
We'll be like directly behind each other.
And she board before me, so I have to board by myself.
Yeah, but you get off first, so I'm only grateful that we don't have like bags to carry.
I love being at the airport because there's a lot of interesting people here.
Yeah, you
And I
can.
don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean like people that you're never ever gonna see again a day in your life.
Yeah, like we were going through TSA, we were putting our shoes on, and there was this cute little family, and the boy was riding around on his suitcase.
Like a horse. It's so sick.
Yeah, and then at the same place, there was a dad carrying all 3 of his children because he wanted to.
Yes, and they were fighting over who got to sit on his shoulders.
Yes.
It was so funny.
So there was nothing really interesting in the car ride over here, except we almost got hit.
Like, I'm surprised they didn't scrape cars a little bit.
Yeah. And it wasn't even my fault.
It was kind of scary.
don't
Kenzie would
even
have
know.
had to drive home with a busted car.
I know, which would have been sad. And I don't know how they didn't see me because they were behind me in my blind spot when I started merging over. Okay, we're just waiting now. It's, what time is it?
11:35.
Thank you. We're here 2 hours early. Dude, I'm so sad that I have to sit next to a complete stranger.
We just used the bathroom, and there was a lady in there who was like yelling at her kid to use them. So bad for the little kid who was getting out to teeth.
I know.
There's the airport bathroom stories.
I think it's our update, so we'll see you probably when you're there.
Yes. I just want to say it was the best time, but it was also really fucking awful.
At the same time.
Because we were almost up for 24 hours. Like, we didn't sleep all night.
I calculated it. I'm almost positive we were up for 22 hours. At least.
Yes. This was Kenzie's first time in Vegas.
Yes, it was. And I was mesmerized. Honestly, I'm like a moth. I've had so many jokes with so many different people about how I'm like a moth with like the lights. Jamie's grandpa picked us up from the airport, but he's driving us down and he's like, oh, look at this place, and he's telling us about these things, and it was so cool. And then Jamie goes, it's ugly during the day, wait until night. And I'm like, okay. I was already thinking like that it looked super cool.
Yeah.
And and Jamie was right, it was definitely prettier at night.
So we got to the venue, found our seats. Our seats were good. They were better, I'm only gonna say, because we got to see all 3 of them.
Yes, the first time Nick's head was blocked by the fucking lamp.
Yes.
Fuck that lamp.
Yes.
Okay, so we were originally gonna do an update after we landed and like before the show, but there wasn't really a good time to do that. So now it's after the show, which was really fun. It was so much fun.
It was actually, I would say, better than the Denver show. And then after the show ended, we left a couple minutes early to find where their tour bus was.
We walked around for an hour.
We took 4,000.
I think an hour and a half.
We took 4,233 steps in one hour.
Yes.
trying to find their fucking tour bus.
Yeah, and we took so many wrong turns in places we weren't gonna go. And Jamie and like the security guards were like, "Where are you going?" And Jamie's like, "Outside," because at that point we were walking around for so long that we just wanted to see the nighttime. Okay, we just wanted to see the outside again.
To get outside.
Fresh fucking air, because it smelled like cigarettes, and that makes me sick to my stomach.
We ended up finding it. It was outside and like tucked underneath the building.
Yeah, it was in the parking garage specifically for the hotel,
Yes.
so only hotel patrons can access
Correct. I can see their tour bus.
Yes.
I don't think we're gonna be here by the time they pull out of the parking lot because my grandpa's coming.
Sorry.
It's okay.
That's okay, yeah. Because we saw them
Twice.
Yes.
3 times technically if you count us meeting them at Buc-ee's.
Which I feel like is more authentic and real because it was, accidental.
So we didn't get to see them leave, but there was one girl who was down there who stayed, and I hope she got to, yes, 2. Well, one of them was only really paying attention. But I hope she got her moment and she got to see them leave and wave and, do the whole 9 yards. Guys, I'm so tired and I can't wait to see my dog and sleep in my own bed.
Yeah, but we still have hours to go. We have hours left. And we don't get back into Denver until 4.
Now that you're saying this out loud to me and I'm finally processing it, I'm even more upset.
And then I still have to drive home. Jamie can sleep in the car ride home, but I have to drive.
I also still have to drive home.
Yes, but you can sleep.
I'm not gonna sleep. That's rude. I'm not gonna do that.
This cuts to you falling asleep in the car.
Gets to be knocked the fuck out of the car.
Yes.
I would never.
We might give you an update when we get home, just to like.
Probably not.
It'll probably be tomorrow when I'm by myself because Jamie's going home tonight.
Can you tell we don't like filming in public?
Yeah.
We're also in Vegas. I feel like this is not a good spot.
I know, but this is kind of like great lighting for me. Look at my complexion.
They're still packing shit up in the bus. I don't think we're gonna. There's no way.
It's fine. What time is it?
Oh, thanks for covering my face.
Sorry, I don't want to drop my phone. Ready? I don't know if you saw that, but if I drop my phone, it's breaking.
Yeah, in a million pieces.
Yeah, it's gonna die. Anyway, see you later, maybe. And then we went through TSA at Las Vegas. But at that point, Jamie and I were waiting in the line, and I was like, I can't wait to take my shoes off to go through TSA because my feet hurt.
Our feet,
my
knees,
shoes are disgusting. They're still
back.
back here because I had an extra pair in my car.
I think we took 14,000 steps that day, which is a lot of fucking steps.
Welcome back. It is currently 5:55 a.m. And we're home. Jamie just texted me saying that she made it home. There was like so many opportunities for us to film it from after the show, from like airport, but it was just at that point we were just tired.
But overall it was so much fun, and again happened way too damn quickly for us to even process what was happening. I'm glad we got to see them twice.
Yeah, me
so
too.
Let's hope, fingers crossed, we get to see them at VidCon. That would be sick.
Yeah, because there's 3 of them. We gotta have 3 instances.
Yes, we have to have 3 instances.
It was a lot of fun, and I'm really glad we went.
Yeah. I don't want to say we didn't have the money for it,
because we technically did.
We did, but we could have held on to it and saved it for something else.
I actually dug into our savings for our VidCon trip for this.
I'm not going to say a number, but my VidCon savings is looking really bad right now.
Looking real low.
And I somehow ended up broke. I left Vegas broke. And I didn't gamble.
No!
I didn't gamble.
Didn't even gamble. Yeah, we had so much fun, and I'm really glad we did this because who else can say that they saw the Sturniolo Triplets twice in 1 week?
In 1 fucking week, guys!
Met them spontaneously, accidentally.
At a gas station.
And flew to a different state just to see
We
them.
followed them! We followed them!
Like concert groupies.
This ray of fucking sunlight right here. The ray of sun is gone now. Thank you, Kenzie.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, thanks for letting us yap.
Thanks for letting us yap. We're actually leaving this time. This is actually the end of the video.
We didn't go to LA too.
We don't get paid enough to do fun stuff. Otherwise, we would have gone to fucking LA.
Hope you enjoyed our recap of our Denver show for the Sturniolo Triplets and our spontaneous little trip to Vegas to see them again.
Anyways.
Okay, yeah.
That's it now.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.